Welcome to the Judith TV show. Form, today's hottest celebrity relationship gist, secret romances exposed, shocking breakups shaking the internet, and couples everyone is talking about. Which gist do you believe? And which is just hype? Stay tuned for more. Welcome to the Judith TV show.
Hello, dearies. Welcome to my channel, the Judy TV show. In here, friends, I talk about marriage and marriage-related trending issues. And my name is Judith with a little touch of Ife or just a little touch. Friends, I want to talk about the Two-Face matter. Two-Face Idibia, our own Two-Face Idibia, our own legend Two-Face Idibia. I don't know what is going on, excuse me, between him and Natasha, his wife, Honorable Natasha. I came across a video where um, it was said that his son Nino, I think with one or two of his siblings, went to the house that where he was living with Natasha, to ask her to bring their father, that they want to see their father and everything, because they have made every effort to speak to him. Each time they call his line, either the line is switched off or Natasha will pick and say he's okay, he's fine. So they say, okay, if it is fine, then let him talk. Let him talk to them, but at the end of the day they were not able to speak to the guy, so they now were forced to go to his house. So now say, okay, they want to see him personally and all that, and of course, I don't think they were able to do that. So it's just very obvious that Two-Face is not having it funny. It's not. I recall that other incident that made it to the social media that other time when they traveled to London. He was supposed to perform, and at the end of the day, he didn't perform. And then there was this 3,000, is it $3,000 or £3,000 that the son, he sent to his son for the school fees of himself and his siblings. I think Natasha got hold of the money and didn't send it and all. So that of a guy is not even happy. So there were a lot of stories, that played out that time. And then there was other time, that one was, the one that, broke the internet, where the freeze was interviewing the guy, I think his manager, to confirm from him, what actually happened in that London show, why Two-Face didn't perform and everything. And while they were talking, I think it now brought a Two-Face on, to speak. And while he was speaking, at least trying to explain what happened and everything, maybe Natasha didn't like what he said or so. She came and started attacking him online while everybody was watching and everything. And then you just know that Two-Face is not having it funny. I don't know why Two-Face is not lucky. No, let me not use the word lucky. I don't know why it's not going well with him, over women matter, and his own. To be honest, Annie didn't help matters too. Annie's hyper anger was no, it was something else. I recall when Two-Face traveled to US, he was supposed to go and do a collab with somebody in US. Annie was like, I will destroy everything. I will pull down the house. He has gone to see Peru. Peru is the lady, I think is a medical doctor, but is based in US, that has three children for Two-Face. So Annie was now suspecting that Two-Face had gone to stay with that Peru. So she was like, oh my God, it was something. She made her, oh no, no, no. If you listen to that video or that voice note, Annie was like, hmm, at the end of the day, I think Two-Face now came back and said no, that he didn't go to see Peru and all that. That he did. In fact, Peru had to even, I think she even had to make a video and said no, that for the past 3 or 4 months that he has not even seen Two-Face, something like that. I think it was at that point in time that Annie now calmed down. I don't know what else now came up. The brothers were accusing her of sometimes they will go out to function simply because a lady spoke to him and everything, and the response and smiles or take photograph with them, this lady will pour food on him and all manner of things. And then lastly, before Two-Face now decided to move on with, get involved with Natasha, there was an allegation that time that Annie allegedly, hurt him physically, that affected his kidney, that Two-Face cannot drink any other thing except water and everything. I think it was that point in time that Two-Face now said no, that he can no longer have it. He decided to now leave Annie. And that was why Annie could not contend that, because they had a civil wedding, but she didn't contend that in court. But, she reacted to that initially. Fortunately, Toke Makinwa and Tiwa took her to rehab in Yaba, and then after she came out from that rehab, she decided to move on herself and everything. That time, Two-Face and this other lady had gone far and all that, so she too decided to move on and all that. And then recently, I now saw a video where allegedly Two-Face mother was now, they were now saying that Two-Face mother went to Annie's mom to beg Annie to come back to Two-Face. This is serious. This is really, really serious. I said it's serious because Two-Face mom, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you played a part that fueled this whole thing. I said that because initially there was a time Two-Face mother made a video, and she said that Natasha should leave her son alone. But that Natasha, she was not accusing Natasha that there's is it a bead or something that she gave to Two-Face, that once Two-Face wears that bead, anything any other person is saying, that the guy doesn't listen, that is only what Natasha said, that she is suspecting that that bead has some spiritual something attached to it and everything, that Nigerians should help her, to ask Natasha to leave her son and so on and so forth. So about the time people were now starting to say one or two things about the matter and all that, Two-Face now, in fact, people started talking to Two-Face, started revealing a lot of things about Natasha, that he has an 11-year or 12, a 10-year-old son with an Igbo guy over this her matter, of hyper anger too, and then, doing like this, that kind of a thing, that the guy now, abandoned her and then ran away to Canada. Then Two-Face now met her. Then I recall that there was a time she brought Two-Face to the floor of the chambers, this Edo State House of Assembly, the way she was behaving and everything. And you don't see her colleagues around, because this kind of a thing, her colleagues were supposed to be happy for her and come around to greet Two-Face, even though that, even as Two-Face is a well-known person, but you didn't see any of them come around. It's like they know her to be one kind of a person and all that, but all those signs Two-Face didn't take it to mind, and everything. He continued until they did the traditional marriage and everything. Then when Natasha's mom marked her 60th birthday or so, Two-Face mother was there. The same Two-Face mother that came and was telling Nigerians, oh, help me, rescue my son, oh, I don't know what is happening to my son. My son is no longer his normal self and everything. The same woman was in that party, laughing, dancing with Natasha and her mother and everything. And then I think after that, or is it after or before then, Two-Face took her to go, Natasha, to go and meet her mother, to go and meet his mother, sorry. Then that is Two-Face mom. Two-Face mom, welcomed Natasha, and they took photographs for Natasha was even telling people, this kind of a thing. You people said they shouldn't accept me. See, they have accepted me and all that. That made her to come and say that her name is Honorable Natasha Idibia. Oh my God. And that's an honorable member. Oh my God. From Annie to this kind of this one is even this one, it be like say you lock Two-Face inside house. When you knock, he say he's fine, he's sleeping. meanwhile the man meanwhile the man may have not eaten anything for the day or something. Wonder shall never end. Anyways, I think Two-Face made a mistake. To me, the reason why I said he made a mistake is that Two-Face, you had all these experiences with Annie. All this, you survived it. You had all these experiences. And when, maybe that alleged hurt on you that made you now to be drinking water and all that and all that and all that, and God helped you survive after staying in the hospital and everything, and you survived it, one would have assumed, or one would have thought that, you would have sat back to reflect, to think about yourself. You mustn't be with a woman at that particular point in time, so that at least you myself can calm down or reflect on yourself. If there's anything that you're doing wrong, you also use that opportunity to work on yourself. And if you must even go on with another lady, what happened to Pero? I don't know whether maybe she has somebody in her life or something. What happened to the person that has two children for you? It's not even them. You didn't consider two of them. You now went and jumped into Natasha almost immediately. Because that time people were now saying that I recall there was a video Two-Face made where they were saying that yes, it is him and all that. Oh, they hacked my account, they didn't hack my account. You know, there was this back and forth of denials and everything. And eventually, at the end of the day, he said no, that it is true, it is him. Nobody hacked his account, and all because I think his siblings were trying to like, hide the thing and everything. So he now came out and then accepted the whole thing. But I expected him to like, be withdrawn for heal from this one first of all, because as you're healing from this one, you are giving yourself the opportunity to reason aright when you meet another person, assuming you don't want to go with any of the other ladies that had their children for you, before. It would have given you an opportunity to now know how to go about it. No, no, no. Two-Face just jumped into this one. And why people were telling you this lady had a son for somebody, there's nothing wrong in having a son for somebody anyway. There's absolutely nothing wrong in that. But when you now saw one or two things, maybe what she takes something that she should not be taking, the same thing you've been accusing Annie of also taking. And you now saw this one taking it even in a larger quantity. And then you still went ahead. You still went ahead. What were you expecting? You know, I mean, I don't know. You expected that once you marry her, then she will now be kneeling down and be greeting you or whatever, that she will change overnight. Whereas, to be honest, I don't understand. Because this is what she has been doing over the years. So you don't expect her overnight to now stop it simply because she got married to you. How? Two-Face, that's why I blamed you. But, well, to the family of Two-Face, if it is true that it's happening like this, before you guys will look for the guy and not see him, you better know what to do now. Maybe to get the police involved, get a lawyer involved or something, so that at least, or approach the family, on a cordial level, and tell them that, look, you guys don't want this relationship again and all that. I don't know how people are going to do it, but to be honest, if there's anything that you guys can do now to help him out of this situation, and when he comes out, leave him without a woman for now. Let him think. Let him get himself back, first of all. This Annie, begging Annie. So Annie is now the fighter. She's now the one that will go and fight. Put herself in the forefront to go and fight for a man that, she's parted ways with for a year or so now. Much as I know that is his first love, but at least Two-Face needs to like, sit down his own, just alone. Not alone, just like one day, but at least without any woman. At least let him get himself back before you can now think of, reconcile him and Annie. That will be a better option, because if you do, Annie will now realize where she made her mistakes. Two-Face will also realize where he made his mistakes, and then, two of them can now come back in their better form. I think that will be more like it. But Two-Face needs to, have time to have a rethink. It's not just this woman. What is it? You have 7 or how many children, and then it is now this. Natasha has given me, I think, a baby girl now. So maybe now 8 the children. The Abba. At what age? Abba. So that's my counsel. Dear friends, please leave your comments at the comment section. Let's also further the conversation there, okay? As usual. Let me know what you people think, and then whatever suggestion you have for the family of Two-Face on how to go about it, okay? And then whether you want Annie to go back now and go and be in the warm front to go and fight Natasha over Two-Face when they have gone their separate ways for a couple of months now, if not up to a year or so, okay? Leave your thoughts at the comment section. Let's further the conversation there, okay? I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so very much for always watching my videos. Bye for now, dear friends.